Welcome back to part 2 of the Ask Kentucky Bride series. Let's get straight to the questions.
Hello, this is Amy from the Barn at Cedar Grove. We're happy to participate in Kentucky Bride Magazine's social media campaign. The question that was asked of us is, how do we handle parking since we're having a wedding outdoors with a reception in a barn? There's no parking spaces designated, and we don't want cars in our photos. That's a really good question and one we take very seriously here. Some thoughts to ponder that I would consider very strongly would be to find a location that works for you, that's close enough proximity to your events, but also I would strongly advise you to designate a couple of people to be in charge as parking attendants to make sure your cars are parked in an orderly fashion. That'll take care of your parking spaces issue. And then don't forget your elderly and those who might be handicapped or need a little extra assistance to make sure that they have a means of getting from your parking area to your event. So I hope this has helped, and thank you for your question. Good luck with your wedding planning.
So one of the biggest things I hear from my brides when they come to register is that they're not interested in registering in the traditional items like fine china and silver and crystal. They want to register for items that are more practical, that they could actually use every day. I recommend registering for stoneware for your plates. They come in a variety of colors. You can mix and match. You can dress them up or down with linens. And it's even fun to collect vintage plates that you can mix and match and add to kind of create your own dish pattern. So hope that helps. Good luck.
For a wedding, a year out is probably good, although we've done it several times closer to the wedding. But I think a year gives you plenty of time to plan and get everything exactly the way you want it. Our rule is 2 weeks prior to your wedding. I think that gives you time for everybody to get their RSVPs in and for you to have a great idea of how many people are actually coming.
This is your wedding. You're inviting people to a party. They shouldn't have to pay for anything. While it's often necessary to cut costs, a cash bar is never something I recommend. However, if you need to cut costs, consider limiting the bar to beer or wine, or beer, wine, and a specialty drink. Another option, host a cocktail hour, and then have tableside wine service with dinner. One more thought is to determine what you can afford to spend on the bar. Tell your caterer, ask them to notify you during the night when you get close to that amount. At that point, you can make the decision. Do you want to keep the bar open, or do you want to go to a cash bar? Lastly, if you absolutely cannot or will not host alcohol, find a way to communicate that to your guests. There's nothing worse than being caught off guard without money, and your wedding website is a great way to share all of those details.
Hi, so we've had a few people ask about DIY local flowers. You know, the best case scenario is to get with your local florist or floral designer or wedding professional and let them do bouquets, boutonnieres, the really special things that are going to be in a lot of pictures. They can also direct you to some local wholesalers and get you set up that way. It's really hard to do a DIY, especially as it's your day, and the bride, it needs to be all about you. So letting a professional take care of it is the best way, but for those of you who are diehard DIY, still talk to that professional. They can put you in contact.
Hello, my name is Maria Montgomery, and I am a bride blogger with Kentucky Bride Magazine. I was born and raised in Danville, and I'm very passionate about Danville. It's where my heart and soul is, and I actually plan to have a wedding there as well. So, a couple of the questions had to do with outdoor weddings, which is no surprise because there has been a big increase, I feel like, in outdoor weddings over the past couple of years. However, it's important to consider your guests and to make them feel comfortable and at home. So there's some measures you need to do that. And one of those things you may want to consider is rentals of golf cars. And I found a great company in Danville that rents golf cars, and they are called TripleCrownGolfCars.com. If you check out that website, they'll be able to guide you to which one may be best for you. They have golf cars from 4-seaters to 8-seaters. They seemed very friendly and ready to help, and I think that could be a great way to take care of your older guests who may not be able to walk safely from the ceremony to the reception site, or even to transport food, drinks, even the bride and groom if you want. So whatever you may need a golf car for, they seem to have the resources to fix all your needs. Another thing to consider for your outdoor wedding is porta potties. This may be something that people don't really want to take care of, but it is important. And there is several companies that I have found that rent porta potties for your wedding. So one of those is a website, and it's called localportapotty.com. And they have a list of several different companies in the surrounding areas that can take care of that for you. So again, those may be tiny details that you want to overlook for your wedding, but they're really important, and I think you'll be really glad you did. But first, do check with your venue. I'm having my wedding at the Bluegrass Wedding Barn, and she does have a golf cart available there for rental, for transportation of really however you wish, especially if you choose the ceremony away from the wedding barn itself. So I hope this information has helped you guys out, and I hope you'll continue to check out my blog through Kentucky Bride Magazine and come back with any more questions, as we hope to have these series again in the future. Thanks, and happy wedding planning!
We are so glad that you joined us for the Ask Kentucky Bride series. Please make sure to visit KentuckyBrideMagazine.com for all of your wedding planning inspiration and education.